by the way, in the last 18 months. This problem did not start with Barack Obama. He has made it very much worse, but it didn't start with him. This is a problem that we've had for quite a long time, and we really need to get a hold of it. So what we're trying to do with this Spending Revolt tour is to go around the country. We've got it's called spendingrevolt.com. You can go to the website, you can sign our petition, you can sign our petitions out there on the table. But with Spending Revolt, we're really trying to get the public educated and agitated, and we really want the public to tell all of the candidates who are running for office and all the people who are already in office that this is a huge, huge issue for you. We need to make sure that this is front and center in the minds of our politicians. They need to know that we care about this, that we're trying to look out for our children and for our grandchildren, and that we don't want the politicians of today to put that kind of burden on the people of tomorrow. So that's our big mission, is to get this out. From now till November, one of the things we're trying to do is to try to make this election, the 2010 election, about spending. We want this to be the election that was about spending. We've had great tax revolts in this country. Who was around for Prop 13? You're not old enough, Elaine, but yeah. We've had giant tax revolts. America's fairly good at tax revolts. We get tired of paying taxes. What we really need now is a spending revolt. We really need to get the spending under control, because if we don't get the spending under control, the taxes are going to come, and they're going to come by leaps and bounds. And they're going to come whether the government's taking it directly out of your wallet with actual taxation, or whether they take it out of your wallet and your bank account through inflation and devaluation. So we have a huge, huge problem. Our mission is to make sure that the politicians listen to us, that this election and the election after that and the elections for the next couple decades until we sort this out, that those elections are about spending and that we get spending under control. So the big thing to do for you, as Roger explained, is to make sure that we hear your voices, your concerns, your situations, what's going on with you, and how this whole spending problem affects you personally. It's very important. We've got cameras, so some of you will end up possibly, on the web somewhere, telling your stories to a larger audience. So, and we're taking this tour around the country. We've been, I think they said so far, we've been to about 60 stops, especially in California. We have problems. California's really, really, really got problems. We've actually, I think it's something like 60 stops so far. We started in Las Vegas a little less than a month ago, but we've been around California. On this current leg of the tour, they went through San Diego. We were in Tucson, Arizona this morning. We met with a bunch of people, got photos by the bus. Everybody signed the bus. That's one thing we're going to make sure you do this afternoon when we're done, is we're going to take pens out there and you can sign your names on the side of the bus and send a message to the rest of the country. So anyway, we're taking the Spending Revolt bus tour around the country. We've really got to wake people up, and really it's your friends and neighbors. You all are here because you're concerned, because you know what's going on. We got to take this message out there to everybody else. So I'm so happy that you're here, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over to Roger at this point, and then I will probably be running around with a microphone trying to make sure that your voices are heard. So,
Tom Jennings.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. All right. Now, we have, Tom is Americans for Prosperity, Arizona coordinator as well.
I forgot I have to make one public service announcement.
Yes.
We do have a lot of candidates who are here with us, and we just want to make sure, candidates, we'd love to hear from you, especially if you've got something very good to say about spending. We hope you've got good things to say about the spending problem. What we'd like you to do is not mention your candidacy if you could. This is a nonprofit event, and it's best if you avoid talking about your political races, although they are very important, and we know you need help and we know you need support. So please bear with us on that one. Thank you.
So again, you're the star of this show. What is federal spending, overspending, the kinds of debt, deficits, and so forth that we've now been treated to, what does it mean to you? How has it rolled downhill? Because it always rolls downhill. We're at the bottom. It's rolling downhill. It's coming at us. How has it affected you? In your business, in your life, and kids, grandkids, whatever. What has happened in your life that tells you, this is wrong? Now, generally, we know, and I think everybody relates to this, that when you get a president who says, as Bill Clinton told us in the 90s, that the government knows better how to spend the money you earn than you do. Huh? This president's worse, right? He believes that the government knows better how to spend money not yet earned by generations not yet born. That's what we're talking about. So again, what I would like to do is again, listen to talk show hosts all day and you'll hear all this stuff all the time. What are you saying in your lives, in your businesses, in your, so let me see the hands of people who want to talk, who want to be on the air. All right.
Hi, my name is Susan, and I'm here with my husband, David. We are both retired now, and we have a son who is a junior this year at the U of A. And for the last 2 years, he has not been able to find a job to supplement his college experience. And so we as the parents have to provide spending money for him so that he's not destitute and so forth. But he's not alone. There are hundreds of thousands of college students and young teenagers who haven't been able to find employment. And I know that it's got lower priority for heads of families, but that has affected us because we have to pay his salary, in effect.
What kind of job is he looking for? What is he out there doing?
Well, any kind of a college job. He doesn't have enough education that he can work in anything professionally. But they can't find jobs in grocery stores or movie theaters, whatever college students will do.
But educate me. Why not? I mean, when I was in college, I had 4 jobs, and one of them was to provide kegs of beer to the local fraternities. But, you did whatever you needed to do, to make money. So,
well, heads of households are competing for those low-wage jobs, and employers aren't hiring. I think that's the biggest problem.
But we raised the minimum wage so people would be fairly
and
paid.
that's one of the problems too. That's fueling the fire.
Interesting point. Understand that the unemployment rate nationally for young people in the college age is something like 25%. For black young men, it's something like 60%. There is in this country, for the first time, an inability of the economy to generate jobs. And it isn't just for adults. It's worse for people who are young. When I got out of college, there was a cornucopia of possibilities. You had jobs here, jobs there. It was kind of a pick and choose. And you were ready to go. And the assumption was that America created jobs. That's what we were about. You got an education. And they always told you, well, as soon as you graduate from college, you'll make this much more all your life and all that stuff. Because I've seen them too, people with master's degrees are sitting out here in fast food restaurants. They don't have any jobs. Whose fault is that? Who else wants to talk? Oh, he's over here. Oh, hi.
Hi, I'm Carol Bartholomew, and I'm a small business owner. I was press secretary at the Arizona Senate and then opened my own public relations firm. And in the 27 years I've had my business, I have never seen the economy like this, nor have I ever heard, and I've been politically astute since I subscribed to Newsweek at the age of 12, I've never heard a political candidate for president say that there were 57 states in these United States, and then get elected president. And then I have never heard someone who is supposed to be providing stimulus for those of us, the small business are the backbone of this country as far as hiring goes. I can't afford to hire anyone. But they came out with a report in February that said Arizona's 17th congressional district was one of their successes with the stimulus. There's only one minor problem with that. Arizona only has 8 congressional districts, but this is coming from the White House, from the administration. And when they were told that by a reporter, the response was, well, it must have been New Mexico. Yeah, Arizona and New Mexico can trade those. Well, guess what? New Mexico has 3 congressional districts. This is really scary. I'm working twice as hard for half the money. I had to let my assistant go. It's not coming around. And now GM is putting $500 million of your money and my money into building a new plant in Mexico.
Yep.
Roger,
Very good point.
I'll have
First of all, congratulations for surviving reading Newsweek. I appreciate